All right. See, again, I don't know why it stripped Luke Schenn of a letter. But because it did, I'm just going to send him down because he won't get claimed. If Cap will allow me to do so. And then we have to decide what younger guys are getting the call up. Martinook can go down for Reed Schaefer. He'll get a chance for the rest of the year. There's no space on the right. Although, obviously, down the middle now, there's space depending on who plays where. But, I mean, Afanasayev and Svechkov, why not give them the chance? Why not call up the youth at this point if we're not going to win anyway? And get these guys some valuable experience. We'll call up Zemgus Girgensons to be the healthy scratch of a forward. Let's go best lines here. I knew it would put Girgensons in there too. We'll have Jasper Weatherby replace him. So honestly, something like that might be half decent. Obviously, we don't know if the coach that we have will be the best fit, but Tomasino, Evangelista, Olofsson over Duhaime, Foligno on the fourth line. Pacioretty has to be in the top six. And apparently, Reed Schaefer over LaRue is a good idea, but I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, we have a very young team, a very inexperienced team. Trouba does help kind of level out Adam Wilsby a little bit, which is good. So some unfortunate moves. Lord knows the AHL just took a really big hit. We are going to have to sign a couple of forwards here. We are going to have to sign a couple of forwards to help fill this out. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like, on one hand, picking up Trouba is a bit funky, but on the other, it is a move that made a good amount of sense for us, given our cap situation. So that's good there. Let's go sign a forward or two. Just to fill out the AHL, because obviously we just traded a couple of people. This can let us bring in some cap, too. Let's go for Elias Anderson. Why not? That way, when we win a silver medal, we have someone who can throw it. And let's go for... let's bring back Rocco Grimaldi. He was on the roster last year. Can bring old Rocco back. And Bruins legend, Jack Studnicka. There we go. All right, so that'll help kind of bolster the AHL a little bit. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I mean, we had one win in our last 10 games anyway. So where is the harm in making the moves that we made? The Pacioretty contract having a no movement attached to it. It's a major, major bummer, but it is my own fault. So I cannot complain too much. Gotta get these younger guys in the lineup. Sorry to Luke Schenn, but you are nothing more than a cap whale right now, my friend. Goaltending is not looking too good. Darth, what's going on? I'm doing well. The team is bad, but, you know, that is to be expected in a lot of ways as Brandon Duhaime injures his hip, as if he hasn't missed enough time this season. But yeah, for the moves that we just made, Roman Yossi's not happy with the team performance. We need to fix this. Roman, Lord knows I tried. We got to get a number between 1 and 2. Landed on a 1, so I will agree with Roman Josi. Thought about it. Gonna change it and make a coaching change. Improve the team or fire the shit-ass coach, please. We'll roll a 1 through 3. It lands on a 1, so I will disagree with Roman Yossi and piss off our captain. That's great. Our coach, I'm concerned. Oh, coach, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Nor was Roman. We rolled a 1. I will agree with you, coach. What do you want to do? All right. Will we roll a 1 or a 2? We rolled a 1. I will persuade you. Cool. You're right. You might be making a mountain out of a molehill. Barry. That'd be amazing if Yossi... Oh my god, shut up! It just won't stop. We make those trades to try and make the team better, and now they're bitching. We rolled another 1. What's up, Barry? Fucking Abe Simpson your way in and out of my office, for God's sakes. We finally rolled a 2. I promise we'll upgrade defensemen. We're not gonna upgrade our defensemen. Fuck you, Barry. Fire your ass for the fun of it. Rocco Grimaldi suffers a hit pointer in the AHL. It sucks. At certain points this season, we actually were winning some games, and then it just fucking fell apart. That fourth line's been abysmal. That new look third line has not worked. Afanasayev hasn't done anything. Svechkov has actually been pretty good. We'll swap Schaefer and LaRue. Just to try something different. They sure could, AJ. If they do, I'll deal with it. Alright, Goss, Despair, and Yossi together. It's just not working. Frank Grimes, the 52 months. Should we have a trade to celebrate? 52 months. Hey, man. Whatever you want, you got it. UC Saros has 5 wins in 20 games, by the way. 5 wins in 20 games. That is insanely poor. Let's keep it going. Oliver Moore is healthy in the AHL. Let's go best lines for now. I mean, I still expected us to be bad. The goal was to be bad in the first couple of seasons. As we beat Chicago 5-0. That's the only weird thing about this. Is sometimes this team just goes off and dominates and gets a win. It's very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. Alright, let's keep it going. Do we like our coach? Well, he's just a filler coach for now. It's not someone that we're overly attached to or anything like that. As we start winning some games, and then we'll be terrible again. Gary, or Barry, whatever the fuck your name is, you broke your promise. Barry, suck me. We're winning games. I did improve the team. I will apologize, Barry. Well, you can start by actually getting me a defenseman. You can suck it. Well, Endo just fired our coach. Taxi's here. Endo just fired our coach. Well, I'll still re-roll this. Don't worry, Barry. I promise I'll get you a defenseman. I promise. I have 21. Don't let this happen again. Oh, I'm going to throw you into that taxi. Don't let this happen again. Endo picked the perfect time to eat this man. Don't worry, Barry. It won't happen again. You're fired. Goodbye, Barry. So with that, we need to find out who our head coach is going to be moving forward. Harold's at a 61. So Harold at a 61 might end up being our guy. Again, our personnel has changed quite a bit. 65. Oh, no, Peyton's going to be back. Is Peyton bent? Oh, my God. He was an interim coach last year. He's the interim coach this year. Peyton Bentley is once again interim head coach of your Nashville Predators. Congratulations, Peyton. Yeah, JK. Welcome back. All right. Well, we fired a coach who didn't know how to keep his mouth shut. First day he bitches about our lack of scoring. Sir, you haven't even coached a game behind the bench. As it lands, whoops, I did a 1 through 2. It was supposed to be a 1 through 3. All right, lands on a 2. Peyton, I need more time. I'm skeptical. Don't be skeptical. How dare you be skeptical? Yeah, you better check back in 2 weeks, Peyton. That's right, +1 morale as we shut out Seattle. The system works well. Don't worry. It's a great system. It's a great system that works really well. We roll a 1. I agree. We get scored on too often. I think we need to upgrade our defenseman. Let's see. What will we roll this time? We roll another 2. Thamps on the lovely subscription. Thamps, buddy. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Supporting the face, supporting the content. Hate that word. +3 morale for Peyton Bentley. I didn't even read the conversation at that point. Rocco Grimaldi's healthy. We beat Chicago. Dude, we are crushing it since I got rid of Alex Killorn. And then we lose 7-1 to St. Louis. Simon Knack is hurt down in Milwaukee. We do end up beating Winnipeg. Yeah, Mobsky, you notice how people who used to be affiliated with a certain NHL, with a certain Eashel League find their way here after the fact? It's weird, isn't it? And we get shut out by Pittsburgh 5-0. Inconsistent as ever. Simon Knack is healthy. And, ooh, back-to-back shutouts. Outscored 7-0 over our last 2 games. Jesus. Pat, take it easy, and I'll check things out. All right, so again, we needed a 9-10 for both goalies. Askarov's at a 9.05. Saros is at a 9.09. I'm not going to get my hopes up that something's actually going to go my way, but it's not impossible, which is shocking. Let's get Livingstone out again for Mathieu and Luke Shen out for Kulanumi. Goalie-wise, get on the felt in there. We got to take out Rocco. It's just Anthony Angelo that sits. Honestly, I couldn't care less about a minus in the AHL. It's fine. Oliver Moore shouldn't be on the 4th line, but it's cool. Tampa Bay. Well, we didn't get shut out again, so that's good. Bentley, upset that we broke our promise. Is it just me, or are the coaches bitching and complaining a hell of a lot more this season than they were last year? We have to try to persuade him. Look, I like you, but we need a defenseman. This is the last time we'll be speaking of this. Fuck you, Peyton. -9 morale. Whew, Peyton's not very happy as we get shut out by Philadelphia. All right. One more goalie change. And we have one more game, this Columbus game. Peyton's very happy I kept my promise. You were right. Everything worked out. I won't doubt you again. You're fucking right. You won't doubt me again, except when you stormed out of my office bitching and moaning 5 minutes ago. Goddamn Abe Simpson. Just, hi, how you doing? Oh, you suck. Hey, no, we're doing great. Hey, we really do need to do your job, but just revolving door, man. We are 26-31-3. No real hope or optimism in regards to making the playoffs because Yeah, we're 11 points back of the Minnesota Wild. We have 22 games to go. We're not going to... Oh, my God, Chicago. We're not going to make the playoffs. That's just a fact. Looking here, Tomasino hasn't done badly. Pacioretty has been a huge disappointment. Svechkov, 10 points in 18 games. Afanasayev with 8 in 18. Schaefer with 5. Weatherby with 1. Getting some of these other younger guys into the lineup hasn't been the worst thing in the world, though. Gostisbehere, I hate that we're stuck with him all of a sudden. Jacob Trumba. 4 points in 18 games, a -5. Ooh. And then Willsby hasn't really done much, given his opportunity. Saros at a 9-12. We need Askarov to hit a 9-10, and he'll get his gold back if the numbers hold. So we'll probably run Askarov quite a bit back half of the season. We do need to decide, though, what the deal is with UC Saros. If there's a great deal for him at the deadline, then hey, we'll do what we got to do. Bring back Pekka. He's too busy randomly throwing fish in the streets of Nashville, or whatever the hell they had him doing at the draft. That's the big question heading into this deadline. What is the future of one UC Saros? Final game before the deadline's against LA. We will list ourselves as sellers, and to the deadline we go. Austin Matthews, Drew Doughty, UC Saros, Roman Yossi's listed, even though we can't trade Yossi. Yeah, no offer for Matthews. Oh my God, LA does have an offer for Doughty. Zach LaRue in 2 seconds. Or Evangelista in 2 seconds. I'm good. No thanks. UC Saros. We do not currently have an eligible deal, because I'm not allowed to get 2 picks back in the same trade. So as it stands, UC Saros is staying. We will check back with him on about an hourly basis. Carson Barneson's showing up as an 81. Dude, he's going to go straight to the NHL. Wow. Insane development for Carson Barneson. Or Barnason. Bayarnason, whatever the fuck it was. St. Louis picks up Noah Hannafin. Noah Ostlund in a second. Very, very similar to what we had with Yuri Kulich. As it stands right now, UC Saros is staying in Nashville. Is there anybody else we want to potentially trade? Yossi and Gostisbehere cannot be moved. Lassie Thompson has been all right. I think we could still explore. 42 offers. Jesus Christ. Henrique in a 4th. Maselli and Bednar. Connor Geeky for Lassie Thompson. Would be the worst. Samuelson in a 3rd. Chase Stillman in a 6th. Seamus Casey, 1 for 1. Patrick Kane in a 5th. There are a couple of interesting offers. Brad Lambert in a 5th. Nothing that I think I'm immediately going to jump at, because what are the odds we get somebody better? Trevor Moore on the move. So if you do a Melnick. Right now, we don't currently have a Melnick preloaded. If it lands on 1 for 2 draft picks, you still have to do it. I would re-roll at that point. Mason Lohrei, 38 trades. Very, very similar. Very, very similar. Basically swapping prospect for prospect and hoping that someone pans out a little bit better. Lohrei and Thompson both haven't been brutal this year either. Is there a Trouba? Oh my god. Well, we could flip Jacob Trouba. Blake Coleman in a 4th, Athanasiou in a 6th. I mean, if we wanted to get out from underneath the Trouba deal. But to be honest, there's no reason to want to get out from underneath the Trouba deal. Like, he fits our team right now. And we need to make sure that we have cap space taken up. Let's check Saros again, and then we're going to double check draft picks. This Philly trades Travis Konechny to Vegas for Jack Eichel. Zach Benson in 2 seconds. Molendyke, Heineman in a second. Oh, Montreal, you're breaking my heart. Buffalo's out on Saros, too. Can I get rid of this Nashville 7th? For a future 7th and Dryden Hunt. Jalen Chatfield, Athanasiou. Some dude. 7th rounder and Andreas Englund as a face puncher. Cam Atkinson. Oh, it might not be the worst. Stephen Lawrence, Luke Kunin, a 6th rounder and Grubauer's contract. Ryan Dumoulin, David Camp, Big Save Dave. Honestly, literally Calgary just giving us Dryden Hunt for nothing. He can be played in the minors. We'll do that. We got to get rid of a 7th anyway, and that's a 7th next year. We'll do that trade with Calgary, and they get rid of Dryden Hunt for nothing. Again, Saros, it's only Montreal that's in for him. The same offers that I can't take. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We got to get rid of one more. Fadal, I knew someone would, implements the Melnick. So our next trade is going to be Melnick ruled. And judging, it might be a little bit risky. It's a little bit risky to use it on that 7th rounder. In fairness, I can move that at the draft. The reason why it's risky is if I land on someone like Athanasiou, I don't have to use it for Saros. It's just whatever the next trade is. I can be strategic about it. Trust me, it would cost a lot more than 10,000 channel points if you guys got to name who the trade had to be for. That's not how it works. But yeah, it's a bit risky for me to move a draft pick right now. Because if I end up with a roster player and it's like, how the hell am I going to make space for them type of thing? No trades out there right now for UC Saros at all.
Walk through this fucking grass.
Shout out to Chris M. or Chrism. Who's to say? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, we got a lot of prospects. No one that we have to inherently move. Add another 0 to name the player, right? I highly doubt there's anything for like Cody Glass or someone like that. Yeah, no, he's just a guy for us at this stage. Can't move Pacioretty. Not like he has a ton of trade value anyway. He's been a disaster for us. Yeah, there's not too much to do here now. It's just, will somebody be interested enough in Saros to work out a deal before the deadline? And if not, I'm keeping him. And as it stands, nobody wants him. Drew Doughty has apparently been traded. Eichel's off the board. Other players that are off the market. Leafs are also trying to get rid of John Tavares. Again, obviously, we are very much not buyers in our current situation. The fact that our next trade has to be Melnick does hurt a little bit. I go Saros and that 7th and just combine it? Nothing. What about Saros on his own? Nothing. The market for one UC Saros might not be great. If I combine that 6th and the 7th. 53 offers. Jesus. And again, most of them are for roster players, and that might really screw me up. So, Simashev and Zetterberg for Tyler Bertuzzi. So the Leafs sell Tyler Bertuzzi. The Leafs are going full fire sale at this deadline, and we still don't have an offer for Saros. Here's the issue. If Saros doesn't go, we have 3 NHL caliber goalies. Someone's going to have to go anyway. And if I re-sign Saros, we'll be risking a no movement clause based on the amount of money that he makes. I think we should have taken one of those offers from Buffalo when we had the chance. The problem is his value is going to plummet at the draft because he's a pending UFA. This is the highest trade value he will have. But we didn't know that Carson Barneson was developing at a rapid rate. Can we spin for a custom trade? Nope. No, we cannot. We are in the weeds on this one. This is the tough spot. And this is why I like a type of series like this, because you really have to think about your moves, and if you don't, you can get caught in a tough situation. Barneson's apparently only worth like a 4th or a 5th. Package Saros with a higher pick. It's worth a shot, but I doubt it. Yeah, it's just not. It's not going to happen. Just nobody wants him right now. No one's in the market for a goalie anymore. Yeah, at the draft, we are going to have to move a pick, and once we do at the draft, honestly, I got no choice, because once I move a pick at the draft, I mean, it counts as trading down. It doesn't here because we don't know who's available with these picks. I have to get rid of the 7th. I have to. So no matter the result, we will spin Das. Actually, it'll be a number picker, not spinning the wheel. And it lands on number 13. 7th round pick for Calle Jarnkrok. Okay, we'll take that. That is the Melnick rule trade that we had to do. Now I need to figure something out, or Reed Schaefer goes back to the AHL, which is probably the easiest answer. It is probably the easiest one, as we end up with Calle Jarnkrok back in Nashville, which not too excited about, but he'll do. Although in fairness, I can see if somebody wants him. Nobody wants him. Jack Campbell just got traded. That might open things up for goalies. It did not. Okay. I said I am a little bit worried about left wings. I think this just means that Reed Schaefer will get sent down. Jarnkrok is actually a depth forward. Thank God. I don't have to play him. He can be a healthy scratch. Whew. Okay. We locked out then for that 7th round pick swap. We did. All right. Well, we'll have a couple more chances to see if something pops up for Saros. What can you get for Askarov? The problem is, if I trade Askarov, we have to decide what happens with that goal for the season, because both goalies are involved. Honestly, that's an argument anyway. I mean, Saros is above a 9-10. You could just make the argument of Askarov has to play the rest of the season. Dvorsky in a 3rd. Dvorsky in a 3rd for Askarov. The good thing is, though, Askarov could be traded later. But if he loses his 2 silvers, which is what the goal of the season hinges upon, his value is going to drop. But in fairness, I shouldn't be allowed to trade him anyway and then take away the silvers once we do. So, from the looks of it, UC Saros is staying. And we'll have a goalie decision to make. But Askarov might be the one on the way out, with UC Saros staying as our goaltender for however long he chooses to sign. He wanted a 6-year deal when we talked to him earlier. I don't know what the hell he's going to want now. Normally we like to stay cheap about our goaltending, but maybe this is the time we do the opposite. Ryan Leonard gets dealt. Yeah, there's just nothing for Saros anymore. And again, we have nobody else to move. Like, it's all prospects on our team. Can't move Pacioretty. We're just locked into seeing what the deal is. There are guys like Thompson that we could move, but if I signed Askarov to an extension, or Saros. If I were to sign Saros to an extension, yes, but what we're doing is factoring in no movements and no trades. He'll be making the amount where we would have to spin the wheel or pick a number, essentially, to be like, okay, how long do we have to honor a no movement clause for him? That's the reason why we can't trade Max Pacioretty. It's a 1-year deal, 50-50 shot, no movement, no movement. He got the no movement, so we can't move him right now. I don't even know if we could get anything for him if I was allowed to move him. Nobody wants him. He's been so bad this season, nobody wants him. Same thing with Gostisbehere. We also didn't get the luck. Otherwise, we could have gotten Troy Terry and John Gibson, I guess. Jordan Eberle. I mean, could have traded for John Tavares. All right. UC Saros. He's staying. UC Saros remains in Nashville. Noah Hannafin dealt to St. Louis for Kevin Hayes, a 2nd and a 3rd. Walker Dueller is on waivers. We will go ahead and claim him. Why not? Let's take a look at the other moves. So we saw the Ryan Leonard deal. So Riley Smith is a Ranger. Nedeljkovic moved to Edmonton. Again, I hate that it doesn't show you everything. We acquired Calle Yarncroke because we had to. Tyler Bertuzzi's a Duck. Ryan Strome for Jeremy. Oh my God, Jeremy Swayman's a Duck. The Leafs fire sold, man. They did. Bertuzzi's gone. Jake McCabe's gone. Montreal picked up Drew Doughty. Wow. Jake DeBrusk now in Seattle. Jack Eichel is a Flyer. I missed the follow from Hockey Gaff, by the way. Thank you for that. Brandon Saad. Wow, the Habs are buying big time. They get Brandon Saad. Pittsburgh dealt Patrick Kane to Buffalo. You'll love to see it. For Noah Ostlund. I'm guessing that's why they gave up on the idea of getting our guy. Kevin Fiala also to... Oh, my God. The Sabres got Fiala, Kane, and Marcus Pettersson. And I mean, they moved Jeff Skinner, Oliver Bonk, and Topias Leinonen, but still. Wow. There were some pretty big trades. Cab drivers in an uproar. They're fearing for their lives in Buffalo. So Saros and Askarov stay. The big question is, will we accomplish our goal of the season? Oh, thank God. Nick Foligno dropped to minor league checking forward. And normally I honor what they were at the start of the year. And I still probably will because it's not a big deal, but I don't think we have too much to worry about here with the forwards. Who's scratched? Reed Schaefer is scratched. We'll take Calle Yarncroke out. I mean, Yarncroke will be here next year as well, but not a big deal. I don't think I want Zemgus Girgensons to be our primary center, but I mean, it's him or Calle Yarncroke, and Yarncroke doesn't have center anymore. It's going to be Yarncroke replacing Tomasino, and then Tomasino will replace Girgensons. So, yeah. Get Calle Yarncroke in there. We'll put him on the 3rd line with Schaefer and Kondolik. That bumps up Olesen and Evangelista. Works for me. Works for me. At this point, Askarov is our goalie. We pretty much have no choice on that but to play him to get him up to a 9-10. And then if by some miracle he does make it to a 9-10 save percentage, we play Saros the rest of the way. Because in theory, Saros is more likely to finish above a 9-10 despite more games played. I could be proven wrong on that, but you would like to think. And then offensively, not worried about Datsuk. We do want Oliver Moore. Oh, dude, our goaltending has been nuts at the AHL level, for sure. We'll take out Elias Anderson for Oliver Moore. And I do love me some Jasper Weatherby, but I'm not going to prioritize him. Yeah, Oldenfeld has a 945 in 23 appearances. 7 shutouts. Again, he was a free agent signing. Anything I can do about this lower line? Please. There we go. All right. End of the season, here we come, but we still need a lot to go right for us, so this could still get bad.